Let's return now to the aftermath of the North Queensland flooding. Graziers in the area are grappling with what they're describing as catastrophic stock losses.
ABC rural reporter Clint Jasper is in Julia Creek and he's been talking to farmers for ABC Landline, and Clint joins us now. Good morning to you, Clint. Just how bad is the situation for farmers there? What have you been seeing up there?
Morning, Madeline. Despite what looks like a peaceful scene behind me with lots of nice green grass, this region is in the grips of an unprecedented disaster. You don't have to drive very long down these roads before you start seeing cattle stuck in fences, cattle, whole herds of them dead together. It's really a post-apocalyptic scene here, and that's just the tip of the iceberg that you can see from the road. Head up into the air in a chopper or one of the army planes, and cattle are dead in their thousands in just single areas. So farmers at the moment are kind of shell-shocked at just the scale of the devastation and the scale of the cleanup that will follow. There's this just mood of kind of utter despair at what's happened because of those unprecedented floods. So it's really hit this area hard.
Devastation is the word. I sort of struggle to actually find words to describe those horrific scenes, as you're saying, of dead cows. Post-apocalyptic, as you said, is a good one. There are really questions about whether the region can recover. Farmers are so resilient, but can they actually come back from this?
Well, before these floods hit, this region had been in drought for 5 or 6 years, so farmers were grinding through that drought, doing what they could. They managed to stay productive, and then the floods have wiped out, in some cases, all of their remaining cattle. In some cases, with people who've got cattle left, they can start to rebuild as long as there's no more rain that comes. But for those that have lost everything, we were speaking to a producer yesterday who has stud Brahman cattle. That's a lot of investment in genetics and building up his herd. He was saying it could be 10 years till they're back at where they were before the floods. So for any of us looking at a year without income, or a couple of years without income, the incredible strain and a mental drain that would take to just even figure out how you're going to get back on your feet is going to be huge. This is one of Australia's most important beef producing regions. Beef is really the lifeblood of the economy here. So at the moment, farmers are in this state of adrenaline, cleaning up their properties, just trying to save what they can at the moment. But in the coming weeks, the mood's really going to become more somber as people start to grapple with just how they're going to get back onto their feet. There's been... Oh, sorry, go on.
I was just going to say, Clint, a little bit earlier we had Bob Katter, MP for Kennedy, on, and he was saying that what he wants the government to do is to be able to lend money, interest-free money effectively, and also to provide some debt relief to farmers. Is that what farmers are telling you that they want?
Any kind of relief at the moment will help. Farmers have spent up to $45,000 just in the past week paying for choppers to deliver hay around. So it's an expensive cleanup just in this short term. And then, as I said, going on without that income, any kind of assistance will be very welcomed. The government's already announced $75,000 grants to farmers affected by these floods, and the Prime Minister's expected to tour this region in the coming days, so he might have an announcement when he comes here. But when he does get here, producers will really be expecting him to get out on the ground and look and smell this problem, because if he steps off the plane and does a presser, there's going to be some pretty disappointed people and very angry people here.
Okay. Well, look, thank you very much, Clint, and absolutely for keeping your eyes on the ground for us there in Julia Creek.